And a super good Tuesday morning to each and every single one of you. Uh, I know looks like a fairly normal background for me. I almost had a very interesting new background, and that was sitting right next to that water channel that you can see running down there. I found a beautiful spot, no wind noise whatsoever, right next to the water channel, so you'd have the trickling sound of the water as background while doing my intro for you. But just as I was about to sit down, I noticed 4 wasps hovering around the water just at the spot where would be able to sit right next to the water. And I wasn't quite in the mood on this Tuesday morning to be stung, get multiple wasp stings while doing my intro video and needing to battle through the rest of the day with swallowing multiple antihistamine tablets so that my body doesn't swell up like a balloon. Anyway, so I'm afraid you just got the normal background that I have on so many of my videos. And just to give you a little bit of a background, to the one side is a wall over here. And this wall means that the normal wind direction is this way, which means that it at least shelters the wind, which means that you don't get that much wind noise through the camera while still getting the beautiful background. And there's a little step down here that I normally sit on while recording, so that's how that system works. But anyway, I'm back to office, smashing out the content, and I hope that you will be doing exactly the same thing. Hey, and a super good evening to you. It's just a little bit of a fill-in session. This isn't my end of the day session as yet. By no means. I can tell you that I'm already on 2,500 words for the day. But as far as my task list for today is concerned, there were 15 items of the task list. 9 are crossed off. There's 6 left to go. But I'm just dropping by super quickly to fill you in on how far the task list is going at the moment. The time is coming up for 17 minutes past 6. At 6:30, I've got a Project 24 session with Anna. It's going to be sort of like the mastermind is going to be almost like a workshopy type of thing where we get split off into groups and we can discuss various challenges that we are having within our blogging world and see as a way to be able to motivate each other and maybe brainstorm through a couple of snags if any of us have got any snags. So that's what I've got coming up now. A bit of a brainstorming session with a couple of the other folks in Project 24, and I'll be that'll probably take me through from, it's now 6:30 through to 7:30, and then it's going to be smashing out some more content. I've got a post that I definitely want to finish, but the big chunk of what I'm needing to still do is, yes, definitely a blog post that I want to finish the images for that blog post. That's 2 of the 6 items remaining. I've got a message that I need to send off quickly that I might even be able to do in the 10 minutes before the mastermind starts, to bring up number 10. But of the remaining 5, 2 of them is the blog post that needs to finish. That'll probably take a bit of time, and I need to get a ton of focus into that. And then also for my paddle blog, I need to get the database updated for those 3 different tournaments. So each of those 3 different tournaments is one of the items on the list. So let me send off this one message really quickly to get number 10 done within the next 11 minutes before the Project 24 Mastermind starts, and then I'll check in with you a little bit later to see how many more of these remaining 6 items I've managed to be able to tick off and work my way through. Speak to you later. And a super good evening to each and every single one of you. One thing that I need to just get out of the way right at the beginning is, just a moment ago I mentioned that I was about to be going into the Project 24 Mastermind. That Project 24 Mastermind was unfortunately cancelled at the very last moment, and I had something of a personal nature come up and wasn't able to lead that mastermind session. But at the same time, I used the hour and a bit of that would have been that mastermind session to just pump out some more words, some more content. So not all is lost, and I sincerely hope that whatever the family situation was that Anna was experiencing, that it's something that has been able to be resolved and is not too much of an emergency crisis of a long-term type of nature, because she's a wonderful member of the Project 24 team and has really helped to motivate so many of us out there in the blogging and YouTube space to be that much more productive. And I hope that these videos that I'm putting out to you have in some way taken some of that motivational energy that I've been picking up from the sessions with Anna and pass it along in your direction. Anyway, word count for today, now that today, Tuesday, has wound up, has come in at 2,581 words. My tick list, by the way, has got gaps left over in it, because quite a few of these items on the tick list are of the type of item that take one of those items, or let's put it this way, there were this block of 3 over here, of which I ticked one and the other 2 are left over. These are 2 and a bit hour long individual blocks of work. That one that's left open over there, that's another 2 to 3 hour block of work. So these are substantially time consuming blocks of work on the tick list, so which means that these will be carried over to the new tick list, and I even added an additional item to the tick list, which is crossed off as well. So the tick list was 16 items. I've got 4 left over, so that's a dozen things done. I'll count that as a win. I've already got my tick list up for tomorrow. This tick list is another 16 items long, which includes the 3 long items that are left over from today. So let's see how far I get as far as those are concerned. But right now, time to hit the sack, get a good night's rest, so that I can be super productive tomorrow. And from that point of view, as far as tomorrow is concerned, I need to be super productive in the little pockets of time that I will have at my disposal, because there's a gym session in the obviously morning training, run, bike, ride. Then there's going to be a gym session at about 11. Then 4:15 in the afternoon is going to be Spanish lesson. That's an hour and 45 minutes. That'll take me through to 6. 6 o'clock, the local just started up chess club in our village is having a meeting, and that's really close to where the language school is. So I'll go from the language school to the chess club, and then pop in there probably for about a half an hour, 40 minutes or so, and then hot-footed back through here, because at 7 o'clock I've got a Project 24 Zoom session, and that's due to be led by Anna as well, and I'm hoping that her crisis is fine, and that I'll be able to wish her well with whatever challenge she's facing during the course of that Project 24. It's going to be a Project 24 work hour, so which means it's going to be a 90-minute mastermind session, and within that 90-minute mastermind session there'll be a block of 1 hour that I'll be able to knock off some more of what's on my to-do list. Anyway, that's a wrap as far as today is concerned. I'm hoping during the latter part of the week, with the only 2 days left as far as the main part of the week is concerned, but during the latter part of the week, give you a little bit of an insider tip type of thing from some or another famous writer, and that we can unpack that just a little bit further. And by the way, I'm still busy. I've got a notebook. I'm still busy writing notes as far as daily schedules of various famous writers, and I'll be definitely coming back to you with a list of possibilities of who I should be writing like first, and when I get to the next batch of blogging content. Anyway, with that said, let me hit the sack. I wish all of you a super good night and a brilliant week of content production. Cheers.